Jujutsu Kaisen is not your typical shonen series. It flips a lot of familiar ideas on their heads, diving deep into dark themes and showing us how fragile even the strongest characters can be. One of the biggest standouts is Satoru Gojo, the unbeatable mentor who's called the strongest sorcerer in the modern era. Despite the odds stacked against him, Gojo lived up to his title, proving time and time again why no one could take him down. In most stories, characters like Gojo are written out early. It's almost a cliche at this point, but for the author writing around, Gojo's overwhelming power wasn't easy. No matter who or what he went up against, Gojo always came out on top, leaving no doubt about his victories. He battled legendary curse techniques and ancient sorcerers, yet somehow always managed to stay ahead. That is, until his final showdown with Ryomen Sukuna. Gojo faced Sukuna in an unforgettable battle. Even in his final moments, Gojo left a lasting impression, proving just how powerful he was even in death. His legacy isn't just about being a mentor or the strongest sorcerer, it's about how he continually pushed the limits of what a sorcerer could be. Gojo wasn't just a character who stood above the rest. He was the standard by which all strength in the series is measured. Anyway, please press the like button and please subscribe to my channel and turn on all post notifications so you don't miss any daily uploads. Now, let's begin. First up is when Gojo beat the living daylights out of Sukuna and Mahoraga at the same time. Gojo's reverse cursed energy was the key to outlasting Sukuna in what turned into a grueling battle. Using a series of black flashes, Gojo forced Sukuna to rely on the 10 Shadows technique's strongest Shikigami, Mahoraga. But Gojo wasn't fazed. He started dismantling Sukuna's arsenal, beginning with the merged beast Agito, a combination of new round deer, divine dog, and other Shikigami. Gojo activated blue at its maximum output, crushing Agito beyond repair in one move. After that, Gojo set up a brilliant strategy to trap Sukuna. Pretending to attack with red, which Sukuna prepared to counter with Mahoraga, Gojo instead combined red and blue to unleash a devastating hollow purple. This attack wiped out all of Shinjuku and left Sukuna defenseless. Fresh off this monumental win, Gojo's title as the strongest sorcerer remained unshaken. Second on our list is the domain expansion fight. The clash between Gojo and Sukuna was destined to come down to their mastery of domain expansions. Unlike most sorcerers who can only use their domain once a day, these two pushed the limits of Jujutsu. They kept adjusting their unlimited void and malevolent shrine to counter each other repeatedly. What set Gojo apart was how he managed the intense strain of casting unlimited void multiple times. He destroyed parts of his brain during every cast, then healed them instantly using reverse cursed energy. This reset allowed him to fight without mental fatigue, proving his unmatched expertise in reverse cursed technique. Next up is when Gojo murdered the Jujutsu Society higher-ups, leaving a gory scene behind. Before taking on Sukuna, Gojo had unfinished business with the higher-ups of the Jujutsu Society. For over a decade, he had been disgusted by their corruption, how they failed his best friend, and how they treated young sorcerers as disposable tools. When they branded him a traitor and killed his mentor, Principal Yaga, Gojo decided enough was enough. He eliminated the corrupt leaders, leaving only the Principal Yoshinaba Gakuganji alive. Although Gakuganji had killed Yaga, he kept Panda's secret safe, proving he had some honor. Gojo spared him, trusting him to lead the necessary changes to reform the Jujutsu Society. Fourth is when Gojo escaped the prison realm. Gojo's escape from the prison realm was only possible because of his students, but surviving what came after showed his incredible willpower. Kenjaku had planned for this moment, releasing Gojo 8,000 meters underwater in Japan's deepest trench. To ensure Gojo wouldn't survive, Kenjaku set up a cursed spirit and multiple seals meant to kill him if he somehow got out. But, like always, Gojo refused to go down. After escaping, Gojo wasted no time trying to set things straight. He nearly took Kenjaku out right after his release, but Sukuna stepped in and stopped him. Even then, Sukuna wasn't enough to derail Gojo's focus as he showed the world that nothing, not even the strongest reincarnated sorcerer, could stop him for long. Next up, the culling game was triggered by Gojo's absence. Gojo might have been sealed for just 3 weeks in the story, but in real time, he was out of the action for 3 years. During this time, Kenjaku turns Japan into a deadly battle royale, reviving sorcerers from the brutal Heian era and filling the world with chaos. Gojo's presence was the only thing keeping these ancient horrors in check, and without him, the balance was shattered. Kenjaku also revealed the existence of cursed energy and jujutsu to the rest of the world, convincing foreign governments to capture sorcerers and study cursed energy as a power source. This led to military invasions during the Culling Games, but the soldiers were no match for the sorcerers and cursed spirits. Instead, their deaths fueled Kenjaku's grand plan, adding even more cursed energy to his barriers. Next up, Gojo's sealing took him out of the fight. Kenjaku went to extreme lengths to trap Gojo in the prison realm. Using every trick possible, Kenjaku wore Gojo down before sealing him in a cube-like object that left even the strongest sorcerer powerless. Escaping wasn't something anyone could do alone, not even Gojo. As the prison realm fell to the ground, glowing blue like Gojo's eyes, it was clear that if anyone could break out, it'd be him. While Gojo was stuck, Kenjaku moved forward with his plan to push humanity into forced evolution. Even with the odds stacked against him, Gojo's mere existence gave hope that his return would turn the tide.